going on, guys? AJ back here with another video. Today, it's the great shock debate. So, as everybody knows, we've had a new shock announced to us that we're able to run. INEXs partnered with AFco, and they're allowing a new AFco shock to be run. So, I believe that this is going to be kind of a catch-22 for the class. I don't necessarily know as to whether it's going to increase or decrease the car count. It's my opinion that you'll still be just as fast on the Bilsteins as you are the AFCOs. I don't necessarily know, because these shocks are fixed and not adjustable rebound, that they're going to make all that much difference. So if you look at the Bilstein shocks you're on now, if you go and just buy, say, 4 shocks from Go or VMS or your local dealer, it's a crapshoot. You have 1 in 4 chance to whether or not it's going to end up on the right corner of the car. So that leads you into spending the extra $80 to $100 to get them dynoed. I know from personal experience that our car was not very good on undynoed shocks. And then once I switched over to a dynoed set of Bilsteins, everything started clicking. So I think that even though all of these Bilstein shocks are supposed to be the same thing coming off the shelf, off the line, they're not. So if you were able to get a hold of the dyno numbers from whoever your shock dyno guy is, I believe it's going to be right around the same numbers that that you're seeing them offer. So I think because Bilstein is a pretty high quality brand, that if you're on a dynoed set of shocks, you shouldn't be worried. If you're going to try to race on a budget like we are, I know we ordered a new set, but that's so we can be transparent with you guys and kind of show you lap times and handling wise, whether it improves the car or not, like they said it's going to. I don't think it's going to be the 2/10 that everybody's speculating. They're still fixed rate shocks. Yes, you'll be able to put them on whatever corner, but you're also going to have to spend the money to do it. So in my opinion, it's especially until they're a proven product and you see guys dominating with these AFCOs, I think you'll be able to run either brand and be competitive still. There is a theory that I have that these AFCO shocks are going to bring the 1200s and 1250s back into play. That's just because you'll be able to fine-tune those cars just that little bit more, especially with the little extra horsepower that those have and the torque. It probably is more beneficial to have the AFCOs on those cars as opposed to the FZ cars. Obviously, we haven't driven an FZ car before because it's still cold up here in Michigan and we can't test. It would have been nice to have both brands down at Winter Nationals, but I think that was a strategic move by INEX because nobody's on them yet. Nobody has a notebook. That they didn't want to see those shocks get outperformed by the Bilsteins and then have people back out on their pre-orders. That's just my opinion. I'm not bad-mouthing INEX, but they're business people, and that would be a smart business decision in my opinion. So once we get these shocks in. I'll do kind of a follow-up video and let you know the differences and whatnot that I see. But this year we'll be on Bilsteins and the afcos, and who knows, it may be something where we go out and test these afcos and they're not as good as the Bilsteins. Obviously we've been running on the Bilsteins since we got into legend cars 3 years ago. So obviously we're familiar with them, and these afcos, we may have to change spring rates. You're gonna have to play around with what corner of the car you wanna put the shocks on. So it's just going to be a matter of, if we have enough time to dial the afcos in, we'll just see, because we plan on testing a couple times before our first race at Birch Run in the middle of May, hopefully, if all goes well, and kind of decide if I want to go that route. I know because the supply of Bilsteins is going to start to dwindle because the contract ended with them, and they're not going to be making this shock anymore. If you're planning on running on Bilsteins, I would say go out and buy a fresh set so you have it. And if you bend a shock like this one is, you don't have to just throw it away. So that's just my 2 cents. I know everybody wishes they would have solved the tire issue instead of the shock issue. But if you look at the tire issue nationwide, it's not just in Legends. They, up here in Michigan, I know for a fact they had to cancel probably anywhere close to 40 at the minimum to 50 events last year through asphalt and dirt oval because of the tire situation. I know a lot of tracks up here are still on a limited schedule because of the tire situation, and they're trying to make it last all year without getting to the point where it was last year where they had to cancel their big shows. So I know everybody's up in arms about the tire situation, but if everybody's able to get one set of tires, these Hoosiers last a really long time on these legend cars. So maybe you're going to have to tune your car a little bit, but I know last year we were running just as fast on our 12 to 15 race old tires as we were when they were brand new. We actually had a side-by-side test. My buddy Tony Manji had a set of sticker tires, and we did a side-by-side test, and he ran, I want to say 200ths faster on his new set of tires than his old set of tires, and he was more consistent on his old set of tires than his new set of tires during the race. So it's not like new tires and these things make a ton of difference if you know how to tune your car. So that's just my 2 cents on everything. With everything going on, hopefully nobody gets mad at me. Definitely put down in the comments what your thoughts on it are. I know the overwhelming consensus in the legend world is that they don't want this, and I think that's more due to the price of the shocks. If you're going to change shocks out, to me, it's INEX. It should be inexpensive, and you should not have to spend $1,000 on shocks, just to be realistic. But thank you guys for watching. I know this is a little bit of a different video just because it's the winter and we can't race. So good luck to everybody down at Winter Nationals the rest of the week. It's been some pretty good racing so far. I just wish they wouldn't tear so much crap up down there, because it would make our decision to go down there a little bit easier. I always get racing fever around this time. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be having a couple more videos. We're still waiting on a couple things for the car just to wrap it up, but This thing is almost ready to get shipped out to graphics, and we'll have a video on that when that happens. And I have a couple other videos that some people have been asking about, so we'll get those. I promise I haven't forgot about them. I'm just waiting on some stuff for the car so that I can wrap that up before we get to that point. So with that being said, we will catch you guys in the next one, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us out. We really look forward to engaging with you guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.